morning, I just recorded like a 20-minute talk and it got deleted or cut off or something. Kind of frustrating. Anyhow, what I was talking about was how unfixable the federal government is. I don't think it's fixable. I honestly think the only answer is a secession movement. Texas and Alaska are already strongly considering it. You know, what does that tell you about our country when there are states that are actually talking about seceding? Like, nope, we don't want to be any part of this. We don't want our people subjected to this socialist, potentially communist takeover of a once great nation. So I don't think you can fix it organically from the inside. Every branch of the government, every government organization, the FBI, the DOJ, you name it, it's rotten to the core. All you need to do is look at, Trump is getting ready to declassify all this Ukraine and Obamagate stuff. Now, we already knew basically about all the crimes committed. So what you should be mad about now after the declassification is, okay, well, the prosecuting agencies, the DOJ and the investigative agencies, the FBI, had all this information and did nothing. So what does that tell you? If there's a ruling class, the government is there to protect the establishment, no matter what. There's no level too high. There's no crime too big for them to commit. The people that legislate inside the Capitol, legislate for foreign wars, you name it. They're the most violent people in the world, and they get scared because people came in the Capitol. The most violent people in the world are hunkering down behind tables and stuff because the American citizens came in the building. They're just the ultimate pants shitters. They're the driving around with your mask on in the car type of people that have no problem being totally authoritarian, except for when it comes for them, and then they call on the National Guard, the military, you name it. It's rotten to the core, cannot be fixed. Now they're on this race shit, and it's like, that's the new thing now, race. Just call everybody a racist, buy and own the media, own social media, and call everybody a racist. Kamala Harris, she's going to be the first person of color vice president, right? Oh, no, she's not. How about Charles Curtis, Herbert Hoover's vice president in the late 20s and early 30s, Native American. So that doesn't count? You got to be black to be a person of color? It's just unreal. It's nothing against black people. Don't be so naive to, oh, you're a racist. I'm not a fucking racist. It's the establishment movement right now is the most separatist, racist organization since Lincoln. Okay? And now, what we're seeing now with this big tech authoritarian control is exactly what happened during the War of Northern Aggression, also known as the Civil War. Lincoln tied business so closely to the government that it got to be so powerful. Look at all the railroads. The establishment class, they get paid to legislate based on private interests. They don't legislate based on the will of the people or what you want. They legislate based on private interests. Speaking of Herbert Hoover, that's where the term lobbying came from. He used to meet in the lobby of hotels with private business representatives and basically get bribed to run the country however the multinational or large national corporations want it. Exactly what we're seeing with big tech right now. So I don't see a way of fixing it from the inside out. I don't see an organic solution to this. It's just too corrupt. Of course, there are good people at the FBI and the DOJ and all that stuff, but when you get up to that upper crust, they're in a, it's like George Carlin said, it's a big club and we ain't in it. They're not legislating on behalf of the people. They're legislating on behalf of whatever bribe they got that week or that month. I thought everybody was in agreement that we didn't like the establishment class that's about to come in. The Bidens, the John Boltons, the Cheneys, the Clintons, the Obamas. I thought the left, the right, the middle, everybody agreed we don't want those war hawk criminals anywhere near the federal government anymore. And here we go. The left is celebrating them. We're just too divided. We don't have anything in common. Like, people in the South or rural people in the Midwest or out West, they have nothing in common with these pants shitters that live in New York City. The people that wear their mask in the car and while they're sitting at a restaurant in between bites. And if you're that naive and stupid, we can't live together. There's no way I can put up with living in a community with people that dumb and naive. Like, they cannot think for themselves. It's authoritarianism, and the reason the government keeps pushing is because people live